Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a new playlist where I will try to cover data warehouse fundamentals, providing functional and technical details along with practical examples. This is the first video in this playlist where I will try to share evolution and introduction of data warehouse. I will put all the concepts into story form to make it more interesting. In this video, you will understand evolution of decision support systems, why they failed, and how data warehouse was born. Without wasting any more time, let's jump straight to the topic. Story of data warehouse. When technology was evolved, operation systems, or we can say systems for capturing the transactions, were widely accepted and used across industries. With these systems, tons and tons of data was being generated, and it was also captured by different IT departments. Since the information was available, as a natural human behavior, industries started to investigate this information, and they wanted to use it so that they can pull out some valuable information out of it. That gives rise to the first phase of data analysis and decision support system. Note that most of the top players have gone into phased approach for adopting the decision support systems, which are highlighted into the slide. The first phase was generating ad hoc reports based on the business needs on top of this operational data. Soon they observed it's too time consuming, and by the time the results are available, they may not be of any use. Then in the next phase, they improved it a little bit, where they used to extract data for some critical functions like marketing and finance so that the reports can be generated. But it also did not improve the output. Then they moved to create some decision support systems where they have created a fancy app where with a drop down list where you can select a report, and based on the already extracted data files they can check it on their machine. And then the next phase was executive information system, where the executives would be able to see the daily report on their desktops. Post 1990s, when business grew more complex, they have global presence and competition is significantly increased, executives become desperate for strategic information to lead into the competition. Simply put, strategic information is a complete information which is available on time. The technical characteristics of strategic information I will be covering in the next lecture. Everyone was looking for answers to questions like which product line is most popular, or how much revenue is generated in specific global region, or which product line is responsible for higher sale, and so many other questions. But with data available with them, companies were not able to achieve it. It was termed as information crisis. Again, I'm reiterating that crisis is not because of the insufficient data, but the available data is not suitable for taking the strategic business decisions. With advancement in technology, customer affordability, and global presence, organizations knew that there is a huge competition, and the one who will get access to the right information to take strategic decisions will finally win the race. Now let me try to explain the failures of that decision support system with an example. Let's say there is a marketing head of global clothing retail brand. With evolved decision support systems that we discussed, like executive information system or something like that, he receives monthly report generated on top of operational data showing the revenue details at geographical level. And in current month, that head observed significant decline in revenue for specific region. It has a high impact to the business, and now he wants to understand the root cause for this decline. So that head demanded IT department to generate ad hoc report covering the revenue data for last 2 years at product category and at the product level as well. And it needs to be cut across different geographies. Head obviously wants to make a quick strategic decision to fix this issue as soon as possible. But the system could not provide the output as expected. And even after long duration, when they actually come up with the report, marketing team or the head may request for additional or alternate results, or they may want it in a different format, or they may want to add in the additional attributes, because the existing ones may not be helping them out. Over the time, it was clearly identified and known that reporting on operational data will not be feasible option, and some sort of intelligence system called data warehouse was finally born. Now let's see what data warehouse is. First things first, please note that data warehouse is not a product, but it is an ecosystem. And let us discuss this ecosystem step by step. Mandatorily, it consists of hardware and software. Mostly, the olden days, the hardware was on Linux or mainframe systems. However, in today's world, it is shifting to cloud systems. Now, in every data warehouse system, there will be source systems. These source systems are nothing but the transactional systems that we had discussed earlier. But it is not limited to those transaction systems only. Then there is a transformation phase. There are so many tools available to support to this phase. Then the most important one is target layout of the information system or data warehouse. This is the most critical part where business and technology have to work hand in hand and is very critical for overall project success. Finally, phase where this data from the data warehouse can be utilized to take strategic decisions as well as to perform analytics on top of it. Most valuable part of this ecosystem is obviously the right skill team. It has been proven by past experiences that even if the project has excellent hardware, software, but there is no right skilled person available, then the project had failed miserably. And support teams from business and technology are also required to keep it running and add new changes. As I mentioned earlier, during this whole session, I tried to avoid using any terminologies related to data warehouse, and I just wanted you to understand the history, evolution, need, and introduction to this data warehouse system. I hope you like this session, and we will try to deep dive into data warehouse fundamentals from next session onwards. Please post your queries, and I will try to answer to them to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.